Why do some people run marathons at 90, while others are derailed by illness at 50? We often credit good genes or blind luck. But what if the entire conversation about longevity is fundamentally flawed? According to longevity expert Dr. Peter Attia, the ultimate prize isn't just adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. This distinction is the key to transforming your health journey, and the insights that follow could redefine how you approach your own future. Dr. Attia, a Stanford-trained physician who has dedicated 2 decades to the science of aging, uncovered a shocking truth. Most of us spend the final decade or 2 of life battling chronic diseases that were largely preventable. This isn't about just surviving, it's about escaping what he calls the marginal decade, a period of decline we've mistakenly accepted as normal. In his groundbreaking book, Outlive, he challenges us to shift from a mindset of passive existence to one of proactive thriving. This is more than a review. It's an invitation to rewrite your definition of a life well lived. Consider this: when was your last physical? Were you reassured by the normal ranges on your lab report? Dr. Attia argues that conventional medicine, or medicine too, is reactive. It's like waiting for the engine light to flash before checking the oil. We patch up problems after they appear. His approach, Medicine 3, is about preventative engineering, building a foundation so strong that the cracks never form in the first place. The devastating reality is that 4 horsemen of chronic disease, heart disease, cancer, neurodegenerative disease, and metabolic dysfunction, account for 80% of deaths, and their seeds are often silently sown in our 20s and 30s. You might think that's a problem for another day, but that's precisely the danger. Dr. Attia shares the case of a vibrant 35-year-old executive whose checkups were perfect. Deeper analysis, however, revealed early-stage insulin resistance and arterial plaque, a silent trajectory toward a heart attack in his 50s. This illustrates the critical difference between lifespan and healthspan. What value is there in reaching 100 if the last 20 years are spent in a state of cognitive or physical decline? The goal isn't just to finish the marathon of life. It's to run strong through the final mile, not be carried across the finish line. The first essential mindset shift is from reactive treatment to proactive prevention, starting decades earlier than we think. Aging isn't an event that begins at 60. It's a process that quietly accelerates in our 30s. Muscle mass declines, bone density wanes, and our cellular powerhouses, the mitochondria, lose efficiency. These changes are an imperceptible tide, but their cumulative effect is profound. The key is to manage your health with the same foresight you apply to your finances. Small, early investments yield the largest compound returns over time. This proactive strategy begins with a comprehensive health assessment, a deep dive that goes far beyond a standard physical. It examines metabolic health via insulin sensitivity, cardiovascular health through arterial elasticity, musculoskeletal integrity via muscle mass and stability, and cognitive function. It's a precision audit of your body, designed to identify risks long before they become diagnoses. From there, we build our strategy upon 4 foundational pillars, the structural supports of a long and vibrant life. If one fails, the entire structure is compromised. The first is exercise. Its true purpose isn't aesthetics, it's to build a physiological reserve. From our 30s onward, we make annual withdrawals from our accounts of strength, stability, and cardiovascular function. Exercise is how we make deposits. Without it, we risk functional bankruptcy. A startling 28% of people over 80 cannot rise from a chair unassisted, not from disease, but from a simple lack of strength. Attia's framework includes aerobic conditioning to optimize mitochondrial health, strength training to combat muscle loss, and stability work to prevent life-altering falls. For instance, consistent Zone 2 training, where you can still hold a conversation, acts as powerful maintenance for your cellular engines, dramatically improving metabolic health. The second pillar, nutrition, isn't about subscribing to a dogmatic diet, but about mastering the principles of how to eat for your unique biology. The key is strategic personalization. 3 principles are paramount: prioritizing protein to preserve muscle mass, managing energy balance through both calorie intake and meal timing, and tailoring the approach to your specific metabolic needs and goals. Fasting, for example, is not merely a tool for weight loss. It's a mechanism that triggers autophagy, a vital cellular cleanup process that enhances overall function. The third pillar is sleep, which Attia calls the most potent performance-enhancing drug known to humanity. Chronic sleep deprivation is akin to operating your brain and body in a perpetual low-power mode. Just 2 weeks of 6-hour nights can impair cognitive function to the same degree as being awake for 48 consecutive hours. Critically, deep sleep is when the brain clears out metabolic waste products linked to Alzheimer's disease. The equation for optimal recovery is a blend of duration, quality, and consistency. The fourth and perhaps most profound pillar is emotional health. Attia candidly admits that without it, the other 3 pillars crumble. Chronic psychological stress manifests as physiological inflammation, a wound that never heals, silently damaging your cardiovascular system and even your DNA. The data is stark. Loneliness carries the same mortality risk as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This isn't a metaphor, it's a measure of physiological damage. The quality of your relationships may be a better predictor of your longevity than your cholesterol levels. This framework is not a one-size-fits-all prescription. It's a personalized navigation system. Your genes are not your destiny, they are your roadmap, highlighting potential hazards. If you have a genetic predisposition for a certain condition, it's a signal to be more aggressive with preventative strategies, like knowing rain is in the forecast and remembering to bring an umbrella. You then create a personal health dashboard, tracking key biomarkers and functional metrics, like grip strength, where a 5 kg decrease correlates with a 16% increase in mortality risk. This allows for dynamic adjustments, rebalancing your health portfolio as your body and life change. But this journey isn't without its pitfalls. Attia highlights several common traps, starting with the illusion of normal. A lab result in the normal range simply means you're average, but the average population is increasingly unhealthy. You can be normal and still be on a fast track to chronic disease. Another is the paradox of overexercising. More is not always better. There's an optimal dose beyond which the stress can cause cardiac and joint damage. There's also the trap of nutritional gambling, where people take supplements without testing, sometimes causing more harm than good. Finally, there's the hidden cost of dietary dogma, where extreme, rigid diets can lead to nutrient deficiencies and metabolic harm. This brings us to the ultimate question: why? Why strive for a century of health? Attia's answer is profound. Longevity is not the destination, it is the vehicle. It provides the time and capacity for a life of meaning and connection. A long, healthy life allows you to be a resource, a mentor, and a source of love for your family, rather than a burden. The greatest legacy you can leave is not wealth, but the blueprint of healthy habits and resilient gene expression passed down through generations. With Healthspan, life ceases to be a slow decline and instead becomes a series of new beginnings. A career spring, a wisdom spring, a legacy spring. The goal is what experts call compressing morbidity, living in full health until the very end, experiencing a short period of decline rather than a long, drawn-out battle with illness. It's to live a life that burns brightly until the last moment. The ultimate tragedy is not death, but a life unlived. It's never too late to begin. The body's capacity for repair is remarkable, but the compound interest of health waits for no one. Start today, take a 10-minute walk. Schedule that comprehensive checkup. Outlive is more than a book. It's a manifesto for a life of vitality and purpose. It reveals that longevity is not an accident, it's a choice. And health isn't luck, it's a skill. We have the power to shift from managing sickness to engineering wellness, building a future where our final years are our most vibrant. What is the one small step you will take today to invest in your future self? Share your commitment in the comments below, and let's start building our health spans together.